I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members for your continued support. Thank you, and consider joining today for added perks and exclusive content. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Beast Wars Deluxe Maximal CYBERSHARK, and I'm really excited because this is a figure that I've been wanting in my collection for a very, very long time. Originally released in 1997, again, it was a deluxe class figure. It retailed for approximately $10. The one that we have here is the reissue for 2022. It just came out. I found them in the store shelf this morning, retailed for approximately $25. And here we have CYBERSHARK in that retro style packaging. We've got that Beast Wars pack in the back there, Beast Wars Transformers logo right there. You can see that scaly red skin in the back there with that green eye right behind the figure. Maximal CYBERSHARK, some really cool artwork of the figure in his robot mode. We can see that CYBERSHARK has been packed in his Hammerhead Shark mode. We can see down here we got a couple of product shots showing us CYBERSHARK in his robot mode, in his shark mode, in his robot mode, and carrying some of his weapons. He's got firing torpedoes. Taking a look around along the back of the packaging, we've got a little short bio. This is in multiple languages, so the bio is going to be a little short. We'll zoom in on that real quick. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause it and take a look at that. We've also got the figures instructions. This is really neat because back then, some of these figures, they just came with the instructions on the back of the package, which was really, really neat. It's really cool because it's a way to save space. It's a way to save paper. So very cool. Love that. You can cut these out and then file them, put them away or whatever. It's even still got the original Kenner logo on there. That is so cool. So that's about it for the packaging. Let's get CYBERSHARK opened up and check them out. Out of the packaging, you get CYBERSHARK. That's about it. You get this little piece of paper here. This is just that legalese that they've been including in all of the figures lately. Again, the instructions are on the back of the package, so everything is contained right here. I did have to use the tip of my X-Acto knife just to prop him up because he keeps falling down like that. So just to kind of prop him up, I just put that down there. But yeah, there he is. The missiles, everything is contained right here within the figure itself. Here in Shark mode, CYBERSHARK is approximately 8 inches long, and I gotta say, I love this toy. The details on this guy, the paint job on this guy are absolutely spectacular. You know, back in the day, Hasbro really didn't know how to paint their figures. He has a really subtle, like a metallic hint to his paint. It's kind of weird or hard to describe, but there's like this sheen to his paint job there, where you can kind of see, yeah, he looks like an organic shark, but there's like this metallic touch to his paint, which I guess for fish that would be appropriate, right? That shininess. He's just so attractive. That's the word I'm looking for. He's very attractive to look at. It's an absolute beautiful, beautiful figure. Now, I do live in Central Florida. I have experience with hammerhead sharks. I've never seen a hammerhead shark with spots on there. And I've seen sharks, actually, it's funny because living in Central Florida, the majority of the hammerhead sharks that I've encountered were in Egypt. But either way, whether that be in Egypt or in Florida, I've never seen a hammerhead with spots. But yeah, that looks really, really cool. So he's done in that kind of like that, kind of almost like a purplish, with those teal spots right there. It's just really, really nice to look at. You got those red eyes right there going down into a white bottom and those nice shiny silver teeth. Look at that. You can, because of the gimmick, you can bring this up a little bit and you can kind of see those teeth going like that. That's really, really cool. Very little robot to look at. He does have a split right here. That's, you know, he's mostly a shell former or a flip former. I'll let you decide when you see the transformation. So, you know, he's hiding the robot pretty well. If you know what you're looking at, you know you're looking at shins. You know you're looking at robot legs. But otherwise, you know, it does a pretty good. I mean, they're camouflaged pretty well. You got the little fins right there, so I think it does a pretty good job of doing that. Posability wise, in this mode, you're not getting a whole lot of posability other than these fins being on ball joints. So as you saw, you know, he was kind of doing that, and I've been kind of using the fins to try and prop him up a little bit. That's really kind of about it. He does have a couple of attacks on the back here. This is really most, I guess this is going to be for the weapon in robot mode, but it can be used here. If you press on this little button right there, that little claw is going to pop out. So if you wanted to use that in shark mode, you absolutely could. And then his missile launcher is also right here. And his head, I guess, sort of works as a missile. And I don't know if this is just a fault of the design. I don't know. Like I said, I've wanted this figure for years. I've never had an original one. So I don't know if the original one worked like this. But I kind of suspect that this is an issue with the reissue figure that we have here. When you press this button, yeah, that's not really firing off or doing much of anything. Now, we are going to get a little more use out of that when we get to the robot mode. It is going to work better. But here in shark mode, if you wanted to launch, I guess the idea is that you could launch the hammer as a projectile. That's not really working. It's just very, very, very weak spring. I wonder if I could get in there maybe and put another spring in there or something, but that's really weak. Now, like I said, when we get in the robot mode, there's something else that we're going to do with that, and that is going to work well. But for this purpose, I don't know if this is intended or not, if this is supposed to work as a projectile hammerhead. It would be cool if it did, but it doesn't. So there's that. Now, CYBERSHARK here did not get the transmetals treatment, but he later went on to become a Transmetals 2 figure, Transmetals 2 CYBERSHARK, which I don't have, but that mold did eventually become Robots in Disguise Skybite. So here we have those two together, so you can see what that looks like. So it's the same exact mold, just a different paint job. But yeah, CYBERSHARK went on to become a Transmetals 2 figure using this mold right there. So there you go, so you can see what the two of them would look like together. Like propping up his little fins right there, so kind of get him standing like that. Now, transformation for CYBERSHARK is actually really simple. Like I mentioned before, he's a bit of a shell former or a flip former, if you will. We're going to do a little bit of parts forming. That's okay. We're going to take the tail right here, go ahead and spring that out, and then just pull this whole thing out. There's a peg right there, plugs right into the back of the shark mode right there. That's going to be his hand weapon. Take the little handle and flip it up. This is going to be an underhand or an underslung weapon. We'll set that off to the side. And then the shark, the rest of the shark, super, super easy. Take the bottom half of the shark, split it in half like that. It almost looks like Rat Trap. Take the arms and just straighten these out. Like that and like that. Before we move any further, let me take this opportunity to show right here would have been where his Energon chip would have been with the original one, the little rub symbol. This one doesn't have it. And again, I don't know if this is just because of the fact of the reissues not having them, or maybe I just got a bad one that, you know, has a bad launcher and they were missing the chip. I don't know. But that's where that would normally be. So anyway, we got the arms down. Take the feet right here and straighten them out. And then check this out. This is so simple. This is so cool. Take the legs, bring them all the way up like that. And then take this back half of the shark and bring this down. This is going to reveal the head. And there's a little port right back here. You're going to plug it into this peg right there. And there is CYBERSHARK in his robot mode. Now, there's a couple of things that we can do here. Now, here in robot mode, CYBERSHARK is approximately 5 inches tall at the top of the head, 6. If you go to these fins up here, or, you know, this kibble that he's got up here. I say kibble, but I use the term lightly because I actually like the way that looks. So yeah, so there he is, coming in close. I absolutely love that face sculpt. Check that out. That is so cool. A lot of people say that he doesn't look like he would be in a Maximo. He looks like more like he would be a Predacon. But that's actually one of the things that I really love about him is the fact that he looks so badass, right? For a what is going on with my lighting here? I cannot get my lighting to work right. There we go. So, but that's one of the things that I like about him. As a Maximo, he looks like a badass Maximo. You know, he's got a really badass alt mode, that of a hammerhead shark. Those things are super cool. And then that head sculpt right there. I mean, he just looks like a complete badass. This is one of these Maximos that you're just not gonna mess with. I absolutely love that. Articulation-wise, ball joints all over the place, just like in the old days. You got a ball jointed neck right there. You got inquisitive tilting, up and down, side to side. Ball jointed shoulders, up and down, in and out. Rotation at the bicep right there. Bend at the elbow. Nothing at the waist. Hips are on a ball joint, forwards, backwards, in and out. Ball joints on mine are a little loose. You got rotation right there at the hip. Bend at the knee, up and down at the ankle. No ankle tilts. Ankle tilts were not really a thing when this figure came out. Now, you do have the shark head right there, and that's okay. It looks okay. It does look a little bulky. The artwork on the box show him without it. I mean, this is a figure that never appeared, or a character that never appeared on the show. So you never, you don't really know what he's supposed to look like. But you can take this. The idea is you can flip that forward. You can press on that launcher, and that's supposed to launch. Again, like I said earlier, the shark head part just doesn't launch that well. But if you flip this down again, this is the way that he's shown on the box art. And this makes for a lot cleaner robot right there. Again, I don't mind having this on his chest, but this right here looks really, really slick, especially for an aquatic figure. Going all the way around, I wanted to hold off until now to look at this backpack. Yeah, he's got a big backpack, but again, it looks appropriate with him being an aquatic character with those 3 fins right there. This guy looks like he could swim really, really fast in either mode, whether he be in shark mode or in robot mode. This guy can go. This actually looks appropriate for a character like this, so I really actually like that a lot. Very, very cool looking robot. Now, if you look back here, you got a couple of missiles stowed away inside of his shell, which is really neat. So we can just push these up just like that, and we can get the missiles out. And these missiles are so cool. All right, I'm going to mess with my lighting and my focus again, but I have to show you this. Check this out. Oh man, I really want to get a good lighting on this. These missiles have little shark heads molded onto them. How cool is that? little bitty shark heads right there shooting out of his chest. So again, what we're going to do here is we're going to take the little launcher right there, flip it up. We're going to put our missile, our shark head missile, right in there. Did I get it in there? That's what she said. All right, there we go. You just put that in there, and then we're going to launch that off. And as you can see, those missiles actually fire a heck of a lot better than that shark head did, and I lost that missile now. Let me see if I can. There we go. Let's try the other one since we already have it out. Pop that right in there. Press that button. As you can see, these fire with a lot more force than that shark head did. So the spring works okay for these. These are relatively lighter. For this one, not so much. I don't know if maybe it's just too heavy. Maybe the spring is just not strong enough. If the spring was strong enough to shoot this properly, maybe these things would be taking eyes out. I don't know. But the missiles shoot fantastic. They shoot great. The shark head just really doesn't. So, for robot mode and for shooting the missiles, the gimmick works just fine. It's just if you wanted to use this like an attack in shark mode, it's not really working all that well. Weapons, we can go ahead and give him his weapon. We'll go ahead and stow that away one more time. And again, this can be I mean, it can be either way. You can pop this on either side if you want, but I think it's meant to be underslung. That looks really neat right there. And again, if you press the button, that thing comes out. So, it makes for a cool little claw attack mode right there. And you can still also, on the shark head right here, you can either stow it on the chest if you like that. I like this look. I like the way this looks right here. So you can also do this, and it can be brandished as some sort of a hammer weapon right there, a melee hammer weapon of sorts, which looks pretty cool. Now, one more time for comparison, here he is with the repaint, I guess, of what he will become of Transmetals 2 CYBERSHARK, or in my case, Robots in Disguise, Skybite. So you can see what the two of them look like together. And yeah, he did quite a bit of growing when he became Transmetals 2. And then just to compare him with something a little more modern, here he is with the, I think this was the Netflix deluxe class Cheetor. And again, this is a deluxe class, this is a deluxe class, and you can see how much these figures have shrunk over time. But yeah, super happy. Like I said, I have been wanting one of these for quite some time. a couple of years, actually. I've been hoping to find one. And the fact that I just walked into the store and found a brand new one on the shelf, I was all over that. I didn't even think about it. I picked them right up and grabbed them up because, yeah, I've been wanting one of these. I am not disappointed. Simple transformation, I know, but I actually kind of like that about this. It reminds me a lot of Rat Trap, the way he just flips 1, 2, 3 steps, done. And he's a very effective shark and a very effective, cool looking robot. Absolutely love him. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Beast Wars Maximal CYBERSHARK. What do you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there. I also now offer channel memberships. If you're so inclined to do either one of those, I would greatly appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.